11.4 is all on solving by square roots and solving by factoring when you're given a quadratic. So the first thing that we're going to learn is how to solve a quadratic equation using the square root property. Basically, when you have a quadratic with no other x function, so there's no middle term, there's no bx in there, you can solve it using a square root. So the example that they give here is the x squared equals 49. In order to get rid of the squared, the opposite or inverse of it is to square root. And that creates the 7. But it's also, because there's two answers, it's also plus or minus 7. So if we look at example 1, okay, as long as there's nothing around the parentheses, like there's nothing around the parentheses here, you can automatically start with the square root. Okay. Unfortunately, 21 is not a nice number to square root. So if you ever have that, you just leave it as a square root and whatever number you have. You wouldn't calculate it as a decimal. So here we have y plus 5 left over on the left. And then we have this plus or minus square root of 21 minus 5 to both sides. Continue solving like normal. So you have -5 plus or minus the square root of 21. And here they actually like you to write it as two answers. So you're going to separate them. That's 2 combined into 1 when you have a plus or minus. So you're going to put a plus and then a minus there. And there's your 2 answers. -5 plus square root 21, -5 minus square root 21. And you have your 2 answers there.